Welcome to another edition of Speaker Circle. Today, I am over the moon excited. I have with me two dynamic and fantastic women that I love and adore. I have Millicent and
Aw,
Shantae, also known as the Two Dope Chicks.
the two Dope Chics. Hey, everyone.
Oh my goodness, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so grateful for you ladies to come and join us today on Speaker Circle.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know these two phenomenal women, not only are they in business together, but they are just phenomenal as individuals. They both have had their own businesses. They still run their own businesses and they started another business. So today's topic is just talking about entrepreneurship and effective communication. So ladies, tell us a little bit about the Two Dope Chicks and how you even decided to start this business.
Well, the brand came about. We were actually hanging out with some friends last year, and we're now people of a certain age, the 35-year-old plus. So we have a little bit of life experience. So we're not necessarily as apt to go ahead and be in clubs and things like that at this age with the level of responsibilities that we have. We just kind of prefer more of like a chill environment. I mean, it's okay to go in and dance and all that kind of stuff, but we're looking for just a little bit something different. And so we were just hanging out with some friends talking about it, and we said, you know what? I think we can do something about it. Is there more folks who are like us? And we started Two Dope Chicks.
Yeah.
Our company is really kind of focused on, of course, entertainment, providing just wholesome opportunities for people like us, young professionals, to come out and hang out and enjoy a little bit, kick it, and meet other people who are like us. But we also focus on, community events of making sure, particularly focused on young women and professional women being available to mentor and network and really help each other's network. So those are the things that are really at heart for us and that are very, very important to the Two Dope Chicks as a whole.
I love that. Women's empowerment.
Yes,
And I
indeed.
know you also are mothers of two beautiful daughters. So it's like, it's just a
Yes.
whole circle of excellence. Now, when you say wholesome events, so I know that you had a really cool pass the mic thing, and there's an event coming up really shortly here in Jacksonville for all of our.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So December 19th, we will be having the comedy brunch at the Dak Shack. On the comedy brunch is going to focus on people just really relaxing in a chill environment while eating, your favorites like shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles, listening to good music. We have DJ Guru, and we'll be bringing back also the Black Tim Allen. He's the same host that we use for Bless the Mike Jacks, and he did a phenomenal job. He is an awesome entertainer, so he is definitely coming back.
Funny guy.
And so we're just so excited to have him back. We thought about this in the midst of the pandemic. We know that a lot of people may be somewhat afraid of going out, but we definitely will take every measure there is necessary to keep everyone safe. Social distancing will be in place. Masks are required. Hand sanitizer on deck. We got you covered. So we're just excited. It's been a crazy year.
Yes, indeed.
Crazy
Yes,
year.
indeed.
So we want to end
Yeah.
this year just with laughter.
Right.
Just with some togetherness and just happy that we're still here. We've pretty much survived this year. Only a couple weeks left. So hey, let's laugh about it. Let's put things behind us. Let's enjoy ourselves and let's just have a dope time.
I love it. And laughter truly is a medicine.
It is.
They literally have laughter classes that people take to heal. So I love that you said in the midst of this pandemic to have some laughter. It's great.
Yeah.
So what all does it take? I mean, the dynamics of having to put an event together. I know there's probably people out there saying, I want to start a business. I want to do an event. What is some advice that you can give people on how to get just started?
No. I think just to jump in here is number one. I think before someone jumps out and starts is I think you have to get past yourself You know, and
Great.
so many of us struggle with self-doubt, myself included. And it's getting past the things in your head that tell you that you can't do it,
Wow.
because really you can. It's just really stepping out and actually doing. And so I think the first thing is go ahead and start making your plan. Is okay, what kind of event do you want to have? Is how do you
who you want to target?
Exactly. Is how do you want it to look? Okay. And then secondly, getting into how do you want it to feel? Is this something that's going to be hip hop? Is this something going to be like a neo soul? Is this something that's going to be like a mixer or a brunch or a concert? And then, from there, you start going ahead and getting your budget together, because it all comes down to the money. Is making sure that you have the resources in place to go ahead and do what you want to do. So, those are a couple of tips that we offer from the start. Is planning, is get out of your head, start, go ahead and get a pen, go ahead and get a paper, and start committing your plan to writing, and then you go ahead and begin your execution.
I totally agree with that. Being fearless, and that's with anything. You can't allow fear to hold you back. You just have to do it and not worry about who's going to support, or will people come, will people attend, will people purchase. If you put your heart and soul and everything that you have into anything that you're trying to pursue, trust me, the people will come, the people will buy. You just have to make sure that you're offering something authentic and something that people will love.
Yeah, I mean, but one of our biggest questions is, okay, is this something that we would go to? And if it's something that we won't go to, is okay, that the idea of that particular event is scratched, is because we want to create environments and events and things that we would actually patronize. So, and there are a lot of other folks like us. So we figure if we go to it, there may be a handful of other folks who may come too.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Leesa.
No. Great.
I couldn't hear you.
I was just going to echo on what you're saying. Be fearless. Get out of your own head. That is so true, because every single business started with someone who had an idea and they just did it.
Exactly. I think we as Black women, we're charged with so much responsibility. Is as being mothers and grandmothers and aunties, and that's in our family lives, daughters and sisters. And then we go outside and we have responsibilities in our jobs and our career. But there are times that we just got to really step out and start doing the things that we want to do. Steve, I look at major players, in the game, as far as like Steve Jobs and people who have Bill Gates. And I wonder, I'm sure that there were times that they were fearful about what they were doing, but they got out of their head and said, I'm just going to take one step, and look where they are now. So you got to step out there and try.
Now, for those, because I know you ladies have lots of experience being entrepreneurs with your own business ventures, independent of Dope Chics, what have been some of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome, besides getting out of your own head, but just like, are there things with contracts or communication things, or maybe having the wrong vendors, or being taken advantage because you trusted someone with stuff? Like, what are some of the other pitfalls that you can help people kind of be aware of? If you could do it, if you could look back and say, okay, before I started this one business, this is something I would have done differently.
I would say one of the most major pitfalls for me was really just time balance. It's a lot. Going into a job and putting in, the regular 9 to 5, that's different when you're working for someone else. But when you're working for yourself, you want it to manifest. And so your 8 hours may turn into 15 hours. Your 8 hours may turn into 16 hours. And you look up and it's like, oh my God, I still need to, especially if you have a family, I still need to make sure this person is okay. I still need to do this. I still need to do that. So it's just really trying to just have balance, because you want your project, your baby, your business to work, but also you can't let everything else fall by the wayside either.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. If I may add, is I think also is the creation of a good team. So, for example, many of the uh, entertainment and just different other things is you may need a good graphic designer or a good marketing team or a good sales team to do whatever you need to do, a good PR person. You may need the services of a lawyer. So, those are all things you can't be a subject matter expert at everything.
That's
I tell kids all the time is jack of all trades, master of what?
No.
Exactly. So with that is, I don't want to get myself in a difficult situation thinking that I can do everything. However, is if I look within my own sister circle, is my homegirl may be a graphic designer. My sorority sister may be in communication, so she may be a good marketer.
Okay.
Is I may have another friend who my real good homegirl may be a lawyer. Is you have your team actually within your circle, but you got to open up your mind to actually see it. So that's what I'm talking about as far as taking the step and getting out of your own self and just going ahead and start committing it to writing and putting your team together.
Trust in the team. I love that. That's valuable information. And Shantae, I love how you said time management and time expectations, because, some people, I read a quote once where it said people will give up on their own dream after 30 days, but will still clock in and clock out for 40 hours a week for 30 years. Right. So you just have to, and then who else to invest in better than yourself, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of effective communication, I know with being your own boss, how have you handled difficult conversations with people? Maybe there was a homegirl that you used their services and it didn't quite land the way you wanted to. What are some tips that you give others to have those crucial conversations with people and to still kind of be respectful or not sever that relationship? I feel like
I feel like we're being set up here.
I can honestly say that's something that I am still working on.
Amen.
And I have learned through this that because it's your baby, everyone doesn't necessarily have the same dedication, the same sense of urgency as you would. And so I have tried to stop expecting a me out of others when it comes to our stuff, which has kind of put me in a place of trying to learn more. We hear all the time that learning is always ongoing. So I have definitely been learning. I'm not good with graphics. That's not my ministry. That's not my calling. But I've been trying to learn it. I have been introduced to programs over the last year that honestly, some of them I've never heard of. But now I'm trying to dibble and dabble in them, and not saying because we don't want to use other people, because Dope Chics, we're all about the community and helping, and especially Black-owned women businesses. We literally stand for that. So we're definitely trying to bring in more people, but also when I'm having that sense of urgency, it's okay, pop open the laptop and try to do it yourself. And then reach out to that person that told you they were going to get back to you in 24 hours, and you look up and it's been 72 hours and you still haven't heard from them. And it's like, well, okay, well, I've kind of started something, so I'm not as panicky as I would have been had I been waiting on this person that was supposed to get back to me 2 days ago. So that's what I think we've experienced. And, with some, you have the conversation and you talk about it, and you offer your sympathy or whatever for whatever the situation was, and you try to move on. And for those that you can't move on with, then, when you can't change people, you change people.
Wow, that's powerful. I think, and I love how you said even though you can't be a subject matter expert in everything, having some type of knowledge about everything, so what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And speaking of crucial conversations, I'm sure contracts can help to defray some of that. So, Millicent, we know that in one of your entrepreneur pursuits, you are an attorney. So, what do you recommend? Like, do you recommend people start with a basic contract and kind of lay out your expectations? Is that another way to help with effective communication?
Yeah, I think that also does definitely prevent misunderstanding. You know, in business, we have to understand that we always have to do business and do it well. You know, that this is outside of our personal connections, okay, and our personal relationships. We've got to always do business well. And so I think one of the things that prevents having to have those crucial conversations, Leesa, or those very uncomfortable conversations, is making sure that you have a formal agreement. This is what I'm offering. This is what I'm giving you. I'm sorry, this is what the need that I have. In order to satisfy this need, this is what I'm offering you. And do you accept on these terms?
Wow.
That is basically a contract. So, you know, those are things that are must-haves when you conduct business. And listen, if we're not expecting anybody to go out and spend thousands of dollars on a lawyer, it may be doing some Google research. You know, if you're a small startup, you're not going to have, many of us have challenges and resources. So, you know, we have smaller budgets. So, you know, you start with the resources that you have, Google, or, you know, one of the legal forms, and all of those types of, or even your resources as far as your friend circle or your sorority or your fraternity circle, and use those resources until you can afford, you know, actually retaining a lawyer to help with maybe some of the more complicated contracts that you may get into.
That is phenomenal advice. Like you said, just set out the expectations. Because Shantae, you made a good point. If you're expecting something in 24 hours and now we're at 72 hours, I mean, as an entrepreneur, you have to manage all of that. So it's your problem. It's not somebody else's problem. So being able to manage your vendors and setting those proper expectations is so powerful. Now, I've got...
It starts too with effective communication with your business partners, the people that you may be in business with. So I would definitely say that Melissa and I, we're like, I'm yang, she's yang, she's the yang to my yang, I'm the yang to her yang. But you have to communicate effectively. You have to always check and make sure that you're on the same page. Nice. And before you do anything or make decisions, you have to make sure that your whole team, everybody is okay with that. So it starts with your team first.
I love that. And I think too, when you said the yin and yang, the part that people kind of take for granted is if you're on the receiving end, taking that feedback, listening, and not being on the defense, because everybody gets so offended. There's a book, I don't know if you ladies have heard of it. It's called The Bait of Satan.
Absolutely. We have it on audio.
Oh, yeah, that's audible. And we talk about holding offense, like always being offended. And I truly have learned in life is that I just can't be offended. When you get offended easily, it really blocks your blessings because you're not open to feedback. You make this narrative in your head about things. Business, personal, whatever, that may not be there. So,
well, I want folks to be free. Get free.
I mean, in business, you got to have thick skin. That's you know,
that's true.
That's the basis of it. You have to have thick skin. You can't take everything personal. I say all the time, it's nothing personal. It's strictly business.
Absolutely. And I think that the strongest business owners are the ones who can compartmentalize that, right?
Yeah. Remove on.
The money is the money, the friendship is the friendship, or whatever the case may be. And then you all have the customer element, right? You want to make sure that your customers are being served. And another thing, I feel like empathy is so important, right? Just kind
of yes, most definitely.
People forget that. Like a lot of times, maybe someone does have a genuine issue why they couldn't finish something. So give them an opportunity to.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, one of the rules, and is, and this is back to effective communication, is treat people the way you want to be treated.
Exactly.
So is, and I think that prevents a lot of potential issues, is, just treat folks the way you want it. So, everyone deserves respect. And that's something that you have to offer in all of your business relationships.
Wow. No, I think that is powerful. It's the golden rule, right?
Yes,
now, I'm getting some questions, and I had some questions for you, ladies. Someone sent in, and they wanted to talk about the Too Dope merchandise. So it's so you ladies recently launched some merchandise, which please check out their website. They're on IG, Facebook, 2dopechicks.com. It's chicks with the CS because they're so cute, right? So please check that out. But tell us a little bit about how you started. How did you decide to start merchandise? Is what the question was for one of our little viewers.
Well, after our first event, Bless the Mike Jacks, back in January, we had so many people coming to us like, when are you all going to do Too Dope merch? Is there any Too Dope merch available? And to be honest, we hadn't thought about merchandise. We were just kind of we're just doing events and community service type projects. But when the interest level, of course, came to us, we were like, okay, well, maybe we'll look into some merchandise. And so we ended up during the quarantine. The quarantine is when it went down. We just got on the floor one day with our laptops and said, let's get it. Let's do this. They want Too Dope merch. We have the time right now, thanks to COVID-19, and we're going to knock out some merchandise. And so we started with the Dopepreneur collection.
Because there's so many people like us, and this is something that we want to celebrate, is if you stepped out and you said you got out of your own head, you turned off what the haters were saying, and you said, I'm going to try it. So whether it be, making arts and crafts, whether it be selling your dinners, whether it may be, T-shirts, hoodies, whatever, it may be stepping up your makeup game and you doing faces for $75, is
you're a
dopepreneur, girl.
You are a dopepreneur. You got the heart and you got the hustle.
Yes, you do.
And that's what dopepreneur is. So
I love it. Besides the T-shirts, which I'm gonna flash one up on the screen. Shame on me for not wearing mine because I do have one. But what other merchandise do you all have? This is one of the T-shirts that's on the Too Dope Chics website, the Dopepreneur Heart Hustle in Me. That's really awesome. Besides that, I see you'll have mugs, masks, all these.
We do have masks right now. So right now, if you order on the website, if your order is $75 or more, right now you can get a free Too Dope Chics mask. We have two collections going right now. One is the Dopepreneur collection, and we just recently added the Dope Educator collection, and that particular collection consists of hoodies, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts. So that collection has a little bit more options, I guess. Yeah.
And may I add just another thing real quickly. We're in, the season of celebrating, and this is a wonderful opportunity for those. I know we're picking up things for folks to pick up things Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But now listen, pick up some merch. Pick up some dope merch for your homegirl, your homeboy, at an affordable price, supporting another Black business, supporting them. Pick it up at 2dopechicks.com. That's iidopechicks.com. And that would be a wonderful way to gift to, your budding entrepreneur, celebrating our teachers, our principals, and we all know what they have been through this year.
Oh my
Bless
God.
their hearts. Is just pick up some cute little merch to go ahead and celebrate them during the Christmas season.
Yeah. And we have another collection that's coming soon. We're going to release the name of that one yet, but hopefully it will be dropping pretty soon. So we're excited. One thing I must add is that when you contribute to 2dopechicks.com, to 2dopechicks, period, you're basically contributing to the community. We have been big about giving back.
Yes.
And it starts right here in your own backyard.
Oh
So
yeah.
we have several projects going on with different schools.
Yes, I saw that on your IG, so everybody check them out. But you have a girls
Yes, and so
basketball
we're
team that
excited
can get
about that.
accepted. I know you all do the toiletries for the homeless all the time as well too.
That is coming up very soon. And actually, this year, we decided instead of doing the toiletries with this particular nonprofit organization, this year we adopted a plethora of kids to make sure that they have an amazing Christmas.
That's nice.
They were able to submit their Christmas list,
Mm-hmm.
and we went down the list to ensure that they had everything from the tablets, toys, clothing, shoes. So, Two Dope Chicks, we're not just one of those event production companies that want to make you dance and laugh or whatever. I mean, that's included, but we also want everyone to know that we're here to empower
And give back to
women and give back to our community.
Absolutely. I tell you,
because that is really dope.
it is really dope. It is really dope. Paying it forward, right? Because you just never know what people are going through. You never know what they need. And supporting small business, that's the lifeline of America, is having companies like Two Dope Chicks and everything else out there, as you said. So I really love that you all talked about that. We're going to put the comedy banner up at the end. So everyone who's local to the Jacksonville area, and even if you're not local to the Jacksonville area, you can go on the website, show some love, still buy a ticket. They'll donate the seat to somebody else. But we can definitely show love. Give the gift of laughter, give the gift of merch. As we get ready to wrap up, what are some closing gems that you would like to share with all of our listeners? I mean, y'all have thrown a lot of gems. I mean, great.
Well, one gem to piggyback off of what Millicent stated earlier, get out your own head. I would definitely say just believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, I don't know who else will. It starts with you. So that's definitely one. That I would say. Another gem that I would say is it's not always pretty. It's not always you're in the front of the camera or you're getting your makeup done or you looking fly at this event. I mean, we have some real ugly moments. It's ugly. It's days I honestly throw the laptop and like I don't want to do this anymore. I just
never.
Yeah, those days.
People don't see. They just see the highlight reel, right? They go on that website, they see that beautiful smile. They don't see all the bloopers and all the background. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I think you need it.
Bless you. I just want to encourage people to just know that it's not going to always be easy, but even in those tough times, to encourage yourself and keep going, no matter what. Keep going. Keep going.
That's good. That's good.
Gems, some more gems.
You know, I think one of the things that comes to mind is, you know, I think through this journey, the Two Dope journey, we have met some incredible people. Mm-hmm. And just within all of the businesses, I think that it's so important with who you are, embraces what's important to you, and stay there. And stay there. One more time. And stay there. You know, is you need to be in an affirming place. People who affirm your dreams, because that's just so important. Is I know my sister circle, and I mean our circle is we have such a deep
dope circle.
You know, our sisters and our brothers, but our close-knit circle, I mean, it's just full of incredible people who embrace what we do, who support what we do, who have ideas. You know, they shoot text messages to us with just different ideas, and it's just so wonderful. So I just want to make sure that I implore to everyone is be around people who always support you.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, don't waste time if they don't. It's okay. Sometimes we try to make something out of someone. You said it earlier, Shantae. People don't change, but you might have to change people. And that could be your own circle. So amazing gems. As I promised, I want to put up the comedy flyer. Please check them out December 19th. 11 to 3 at the Dak Shack, which is also owned by another dope chick. So
Yes,
please,
Yes. Dope Chics on that one, yes.
and listen, we hopeful we would love to see you there. Please make sure that when you come, please introduce yourselves to us. We'll make sure that we recognize you because we appreciate all of your support. I mean, it takes the community to do this, and we would love to see you there supporting Two Dope Chicks, supporting our sisters, owners of the Dak Shack, who are also, as Shantae said, incredible, powerful dope chicks in the Duval County community. I mean, the things they're doing are absolutely wonderful.
Because when what I love to say is when one of us are winning, we all win.
We all win.
I love it.
All win. So we might as well, support each other and do this together. Let's win together. Let's share.
And I know that some people who are watching this may not know you ladies personally. They just are seeing this. But I can truly attest from a personal level that these women are everything that they say. What you see is what you get. Everything that they preach, they practice. This is their lifestyle. This is who they are through and through. So thank you for your genuine spirit, for your gracious love, for doing inspiration to everyone. You're such an inspiration, and that's truly dope. So,
thank you. And our baby has been trying to get in this the whole time. I don't know if you all notice I've been looking down and shaking her, but
you have to show her. You have to show.
This is Mrs. Annie Z. I told her she could not be a part of this because her hair is not combed. But this is the Two Dope Dog. This is Mrs. Annie Z. Tell them hey. Tell them hey. Say hey, mama.
Oh my goodness, she's so cute. I got to see her mansion in the house. She has her own little condo. It's beautiful. It's acrylic and just fantastic. I love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you, bro. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your talents. See you on the 19th. And for those of you who are not in Jacksonville, like we said, please follow them. Let's show the love. Two Dope Chicks on Instagram, Facebook, and also their website. Well, thank you all for another edition of Speaker Circle. Let's continue to grow together.
Absolutely.